Warner Bros. Has just dropped the brand new trailer for Dune Part 3, and after watching it frame by frame, it's clear this is much more than a simple preview. Every shot appears carefully crafted to hint at the next stage of Paul Atreides' journey while raising new questions about the future of Arrakis. From breathtaking desert visuals and massive battles to emotional character moments and mysterious new faces, the trailer is filled with details that are easy to miss on a first viewing. In this breakdown, we're going through every major scene, uncovering hidden clues, exploring the growing conflict between Paul and Chani, explaining the significance of the new characters, and separating what's actually shown in the trailer from what remains theory. Stay until the end, because the final moments of this trailer may contain its biggest clue, and they could completely change how we think about Dune Part 3. Let's begin. The trailer opens by immediately re-establishing the immense scale of the Dune universe. Instead of rushing into action, it first creates a feeling of tension, reminding us that the events following Dune Part 2 have permanently changed the balance of power across the Imperium. Every wide shot emphasizes how small even the most powerful people are against the endless deserts of Arrakis, reinforcing one of the franchise's central ideas: no individual can truly control destiny without paying a tremendous price. The careful pacing of the opening allows viewers to absorb every visual detail before the story accelerates, while the soundtrack gradually builds anticipation, signaling that a new chapter is about to begin. The cinematography continues Denis Villeneuve's signature style, using sweeping landscapes, striking silhouettes, and minimal dialogue to let the visuals tell much of the story. Even the briefest character shots feel deliberate, suggesting emotional conflict rather than simply showcasing action. This opening also reminds audiences that the consequences of Paul's rise are still unfolding, with every scene carrying the weight of decisions made in the previous film. Rather than revealing the entire plot, the trailer carefully balances mystery and spectacle, encouraging fans to look beyond the obvious and search for subtle clues hidden within each frame. It's a confident opening that sets the tone for a darker, more emotional, and potentially more unpredictable chapter in the Dune saga. While the trailer is packed with spectacular visuals, some of its most interesting moments are easy to overlook because they appear for only a second or two. Denis Villeneuve is known for filling every frame with meaningful visual storytelling, and this trailer continues that tradition. Small changes in costume design, subtle facial expressions, camera angles, and even the way certain characters are positioned within a scene may be hinting at future relationships, political alliances, or emotional conflicts. The trailer also uses lighting in a very deliberate way. Bright, golden desert landscapes are often contrasted with darker interiors, visually representing the growing divide between hope and the burden of power. Even the silence between lines of dialogue seems intentional, allowing viewers to focus on the emotions carried through the actors' performances instead of relying on exposition. Another detail worth noticing is how the trailer avoids revealing its biggest surprises directly. Instead, it relies on clever editing that may place scenes out of chronological order, making the story appear very different from how it will unfold in the finished film. This is a common technique used to preserve major plot twists while still creating excitement. Background details, brief reaction shots, and symbolic imagery could all carry deeper meaning that only becomes clear after watching the full movie. These hidden layers are part of what makes Dune trailers so rewarding to analyze, encouraging fans to revisit every frame in search of clues that might reveal the direction of the story long before the film arrives. One of the biggest emotional themes hinted at throughout the trailer is the growing distance between Paul Atreides and Chani. Their relationship was once built on trust, love, and a shared dream of protecting the Fremen, but the consequences of Paul's rise to power have changed everything. The trailer repeatedly suggests that Paul is no longer viewed simply as the man Chani fell in love with. Instead, he has become a ruler carrying the weight of prophecy, politics, and impossible decisions. Every brief interaction between them feels emotionally charged, with silence often saying more than words. Their expressions, body language, and the way the camera frames them hint that they may now see the future in completely different ways. What makes this conflict so compelling is that neither character is clearly right or wrong. Paul believes he must make painful choices to protect humanity and prevent an even greater disaster, while Chani remains connected to the ordinary people who will suffer because of those choices. This creates a powerful emotional struggle between love and responsibility, personal happiness and political duty. Rather than focusing only on massive battles or visual spectacle, the trailer reminds us that the heart of Dune has always been its characters and the sacrifices they make. If these hints accurately reflect the finished film, the relationship between Paul and Chani could become one of the most emotional and unforgettable parts of Dune, Part 3, proving that the greatest battles are not always fought with armies, but within the hearts of those forced to choose between love and destiny. Although the trailer reveals a surprising amount of new footage, it also appears to be carefully hiding the film's biggest secrets. One of the most interesting possibilities is that several scenes have been deliberately placed out of chronological order. Movie studios often edit trailers this way to protect major plot twists, meaning two shots shown back to back may actually take place hours or even months apart in the final film. This makes every transition worth examining because the trailer may be encouraging viewers to draw conclusions that aren't actually true. Another major question raised by the footage is whether Paul is still following the future he once foresaw or whether his path has begun to change. Throughout the Dune story, visions of the future are never completely fixed, and every decision creates new possibilities. The trailer repeatedly emphasizes Paul's burden as a leader, suggesting that the greatest challenge ahead may not be defeating an enemy but confronting the consequences of his own choices. Some scenes also appear intentionally ambiguous, leaving room for multiple interpretations and encouraging fans to develop their own theories before the film arrives. Perhaps the smartest aspect of the trailer is how it balances revelation with mystery. It gives audiences enough information to generate excitement while holding back the moments that will likely have the greatest emotional impact. If history is any guide, Denis Villeneuve has probably saved the film's biggest surprises for the theatrical release. That means many of the trailer's most important clues may only become obvious after watching the movie, making this preview feel even more rewarding when revisited in hindsight. As the trailer reaches its final moments, the pacing becomes noticeably more intense, combining its most dramatic visuals with a powerful musical crescendo designed to leave a lasting impression. Rather than answering the questions raised throughout the preview, these closing shots introduce even more mystery. Every final image feels carefully chosen, encouraging viewers to analyze each frame for hidden meaning. The editing becomes faster, showing only brief glimpses of key moments before cutting away, a technique often used to build excitement while protecting the film's biggest twists. Instead of revealing the climax, the trailer leaves audiences wondering how these events connect and what they ultimately lead toward. The final sequence also reinforces the central theme of the Dune saga: every choice comes with a price. The trailer suggests that the journey ahead will not simply be about winning battles or defeating enemies, but about the emotional and political consequences of power itself. Even without revealing the complete story, the closing moments create a sense that every major character is approaching a turning point from which there is no return. This lingering uncertainty is exactly what makes the trailer so effective, because it keeps fans discussing theories long after it ends. And that's our complete breakdown of the brand new Dune Part 3 trailer. If you spotted a hidden detail that we didn't mention, share it in the comments below because we'd love to hear your theories. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like the video, subscribe for more Dune content, and turn on notifications so you don't miss our future breakdowns. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.